Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. So let's begin, let's find out what comes through. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for today's reading. So the first card that we have is the Page of Wands. We do have fire sign energy, could be dealing with another Sagittarius, a Leo, or even an Aries. And we have the Queen of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So with the Six of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like this is about being able to work something out with someone. I do feel like the situation's calling for that, and I do feel like there is a sense of really being able to actually tackle an issue that is requiring your attention with someone right now to be able to get through it and get past it. There's an intention to be able to work on it. You have the Page of Wands, and with the Page of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like when it comes to this person that you're dealing with and the way that you make them feel, I do feel like though you could be dealing with someone younger than you. This person could be somebody who is showing up a little bit inexperienced when it comes to situations where they have to be able to really work well with other people, but also feel like even as far as the way that they approach relationships is in a way that is still a little bit immature. I do feel like with this Page of Wands showing up over here that this person is in a space where they're very excited about where things could lead to, what the future holds. I do feel like you do evoke those kind of feelings for this person. I do feel like there's also a lot of feeling over here, but I do feel like it's in the initial stages for them. We got the Queen of Swords, and with the Queen of Swords showing up over here, this really is a no-nonsense kind of attitude that you are really looking at the situation with this person with. And I do feel like that's important. I do feel like this person is kind of someone who they could be emotionally a little bit showing up a little bit immature on an emotional level, but I do feel like at the same time there's a lot of excitement and also a lot of being driven by passion, by emotions in this situation and in this connection with you. But I do feel like you're really approaching it with a clear, level-headed approach towards things, and I do feel like when it comes to being able to really enter into a connection, you know what you want and you know what you're going to tolerate and what you won't. And we have a Knight of Wands showing up over here. And with this Knight of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like there is also going to be pushing things forward, and I feel like it's happening rather quickly. I do feel like this person is in a space where they're really excited about what things could be and where things can go with you. I do feel like there's a lot of excited energy on their part, but with this Knight of Wands, I feel like this person is kind of rushing in, and I feel as though there's also a little bit of some impulsiveness on their side. So with this Six of Swords showing up at the bottom of the deck here, this is about being able to really work things through before moving forward and moving on. Do you also feel like there is a situation where somebody is moving on from a situation where I feel there's a lot of baggage and there's a lot that has been brought up as a result of really dealing with somebody. I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Five of Swords. It's showing up in the reverse. And we have Justice. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. And we have the Queen of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So with the Emperor, we do have Aries energy. You can also be dealing with an Aries. So with the Emperor card showing up over here, I do feel like there is a desire to be able to have a stable and also secure connection where everything is on solid ground. I also feel like it's important to have groundedness in the situation. I do feel like there is this sense of wanting to be able to really stabilize things in this connection, because it does feel as though things are a little bit unstable right now. But with the Five of Swords showing up in the reverse, I do feel like with this card showing up in the reverse, there's a desire to be able to experience what feels like a comeback from any kind of a misunderstanding in your connection. Do you feel like there could have been a misunderstanding as far as this person and the way that they acted or the way that they treated you or treated the situation? But I feel like it is a bit of a misunderstanding and there's a desire to clear things up with you. With the Justice card, I do feel like you are in a space where you desire to be able to connect in a very fair way, where things are mutually beneficial and there's also a lot more honesty and transparency. And so I do feel like that is something to be worked out. And with that Six of Swords showing up over there, I do feel like there is a energy of working through some kind of a tension in this connection. But I do feel like with that Page of Wands that the person you're dealing with may be minimizing things right now. And I do feel like with this Queen of Cups showing up under this Knight of Wands, that there is also an energy of being very much in somebody's feelings over here. So I do feel like when it comes to the actions on this person's part, it's coming from a place where it is something that they cannot sit in. They cannot hold it in. I do feel like it's something that's really bothering them, and also feel like this Queen of Cups is a very emotional energy when it comes to the motivation behind the actions from this person. So I do feel like they're rushing in with some desire to be able to clear up a misunderstanding with this Five of Swords showing up in the reverse. And I also feel like there is also the potential for this person to really offer an apology, want to make amends with this Five of Swords showing up in the reverse. I do feel like there is going to be a desire to take control of a situation that feels like it's getting out of hand. But with this Queen of Cups showing up over here, this is the loving energy. I do feel like there is a very genuine, sincere motivation behind their actions towards you, and I do feel like they really are rushing in to be able to make a wrong right as well. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have Honeymoon. And we have Free Yourself. And Retreats. So with this Honeymoon card showing up over here, there is a very optimistic outlook about where things can go. And I feel like there's also this holding on to being able to reconcile with this Five of Swords showing up over here. I do feel like there is there's a desire to be able to get back to what may have felt like the good times. I do feel like with the Honeymoon card showing up over here, this is also resembling some sort of a good time in this connection, like the honeymoon phase of it. I do feel like there's a desire and also a intention to be able to reach a good place, get to a good place with you. I do feel like this person's offering an extending of either an apology, wanting to make amends. I do feel like that with the Five of Swords in the reverse. But with this Free Yourself card showing up over here, this is about being able to also experience really breaking free from old patterns in the connection, or any kind of way of looking at the situation that's derived from the past. And I do feel like with that Queen of Swords, that this is about also maintaining we're holding a perspective that has come from an experience in the past so that it doesn't repeat. So I do feel like with this Free Yourself card, this is about being able to really break old patterns in a connection. And I do feel like also that there is a desire to be able to either work things through in order to move on, or to be able to work things out with someone. And I do feel like with this Free Yourself card, there's a need to be able to drop a guard, to allow for being able to really work things out with someone in order to get there. But we have retreat. With this retreat card, this is about being able to really get some gain some perspective on your connection. I do feel like being able to also hear from someone, or to be able to really reach out to someone, and I feel like more in a private context, to be able to get to understand someone's perspective is also on the horizons as far as the motivations behind this Knight of Wands. When it comes to somebody rushing in, I do feel like there is an expression of where somebody is at with you. I do feel like there's a lot that this person may have not said and may desire to be able to clear up, but this person is still hopeful about the future. And I do feel like with the Free Yourself card showing up over here, that you may be desiring to move on from a connection with this person. I do feel like there is a desire to make amends on both sides though. So those are the messages I am getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.